I'm feeling off, so we're gonna do a reset. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby. I just turned 30 years old, so I am navigating that whole new chapter of my life. I also love to post all kinds of things about health and wellness. I'm on my journey to trying to feel prettier, exploring skincare, makeup. I am on a never-ending weight loss journey that is finally working. And I feel like I've learned so much along the way. And I have so many little tidbits of like wisdom to share after my years and years of struggling. Basically just on this journey to make my life feel more whimsical, colorful, vibrant, magical, all the things. So if that interests you, stick around. I think you might like it here. So a week ago, we got back from New York City. We went for engagement photos and my 30th birthday. It was seriously the best time. If you haven't seen it already, I did post the vlog for that right here. We are home now, and like I said, it's been a week, and I feel like I recovered from the trip pretty quickly this time. Like usually it takes me a while, and I can't usually hit the ground running right when I get back from a trip. It's like I can get like jet lag even if I didn't change time zones. Like my body will just feel so run down. But I feel like every time I travel, it's been getting easier and easier, and I've been recovering more and more quickly. I will say though, like right after we got back from New York, I jumped right back into my routine, and I didn't really have any downtime. I think like I kind of felt the effects of that. Like I almost wish that I had like relaxed a little bit more, but it was so hard because I was just so excited to like get back into things. I don't know. I just felt like my eating was kind of off last week. I was doing really good for activity. I think I did like 3 walking pad walks. I did, I think 5 workouts. And then we did like a bunch of things on the weekend that made us be a little bit more active. But I do think that like with my eating, I was just feeling really run down, and it really was just like kind of affecting me. I started to feel just like really crappy. Fortunately, I didn't have like a mental health spiral about it. I feel like I've come so far with my relationship with food and my body and all of that. So like I've just been feeling like really bloated and blah, and like kind of just like wanting to get back to a regular rhythm with my food. Basically, like I was eating like really well all last week. Like, I feel like I've built up some really, really good habits with food. So like that stuff comes really naturally to me. But it's like the end of the day, like the candy, the cookies, and those types of things. Like my friend made me these beautiful, like the cutest cookies ever. I've always wanted cookies like this for myself, and have just never had a reason to have them. And she surprised me with them for my birthday. They're 13 going on 30 themed. I still have some, and I was like having one like every night after dinner because they're so good and so cute. But then I also spent so much money in New York City on candy. Like Swedish candy is an absolute weakness for me, and so I have like these big bags of candy in my cupboard, and it's all I could think about like all day. So then I would get to the end of the night and I was just eating out of the bag, and then you get to the end of the day and you realize, especially because I am like tracking my calories right now, and you realize that like, oh, I just ate like 400 calories of little candies, and it didn't do anything for me except make me feel bloated and break me out. So I don't know, after a few days of that, I kind of was like, it's fine. Like it was just my birthday. I'm still treating like all of July as my birthday because I have little like celebrations sprinkled throughout. And I did definitely let myself like lean into it, and like I feel fine about that. Like the engagement photos are over. Now I'm just like building and continuing my healthy habits for longevity and things like that. So I was like, a little break is fine. However, I don't like how it made me feel, so I don't think I want to do that again. Like maybe like one day, but like just the way that like I said, I'm like breaking out, feeling really bloated. My digestive system is just like not doing good things, and I just need to like come back to like center, you know what I mean? So that's what we're here doing today. It usually only takes me like a day or two to feel normal again, so I'm hoping that it starts to turn around like really quickly. But anyways, I am sitting here with my breakfast. I did my workout this morning. I did like a 33-minute standing upper body workout. I wasn't in the mood to dance. Like my energy has just been feeling low because probably the candy, and like yesterday we ate a lot of takeout because we did my birthday with my mom. We had cake and all of that. So I was like, let me just do like a standing upper body, and God, it killed me. Like it was like my muscles were burning by the end of it in the best way, but like, damn. So I'm really proud of myself for doing that. I had a full body shower where I like shaved, did the whole thing, just didn't wash my hair. And then I've made myself breakfast. I have 2 pieces of like a sourdough toast. This is my favorite toast from Farm Boy. It's the sourdough batard. And I do have like a total of 1 tablespoon of salted Kerrygold butter. I have a big old bowl of raspberries and strawberries here because I just felt like I really need some like fiber and like micronutrients. So raspberries and strawberries pack a huge punch of fiber. I also have Natrel protein milk. I don't like protein shakes, so I told myself I didn't have to have them anymore, but I surprisingly really like these protein milks. It's lactose free. A cup of it has like 18 grams of protein. I think I have a little bit more than a cup just because I had a little bit of a heavy pour today. And then the bread has a little bit of protein. I also had an Oikos like Greek yogurt cup with like 8 grams of protein this morning. So I'm definitely over 30 for the day so far. So that's good. Like I'm pretty happy with that. And then I also start every day with this like cocktail that I fill to the top of it's water, electrolyte powder, L-glutamine powder, and creatine powder. I feel like this whole combination has been doing so well at like keeping me hydrated. I feel like creatine has been huge in my mental health journey. I do really think it's helped with like mental clarity, more regulation. The L-glutamine has been really good for like gut health, which I think also contributes to like anxiety, brain fog, all those things. So like all together, this whole cocktail has been like a lifesaver for me. And I have been drinking this every day since we got back, but I don't drink it as often on the weekends because I do take a few hours to drink it, and we usually end up like leaving kind of early in the morning. So I didn't take any electrolytes yesterday. So I'm happy to be back on this today. But yeah, so today we are just having a bit of a refresh day. I want to try my absolute best. Like if I have candy tonight, which I'm not craving right now, it doesn't sound good to me, but if I do have candy tonight, my goal is to like measure it out into a little bowl so that I still am like getting what I want, but like not the free-for-all that I've been doing. Just because like weight loss aside, I have not felt good. I don't like what it's been doing to my skin, my digestive system. Like it's just my brain fog and fatigue. Like I just am not enjoying how it all feels. So we are going to try to right that ship today, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to eat my breakfast now. I'm very hungry and probably get myself like a little bit ready and like cleaned up, and we'll see where the day takes me. I probably want to do like a little bit of like tidying up, do some laundry, that whole kind of thing. So
I'm buzzing, let's drink up. Your death look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. The sun sets on fire, tell me your desires. We're not getting tired, baby, take me higher. I'm sunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it, boy. The night is young and so
I just got such good news. I'm so excited. Just in the middle of getting ready, and every year, like once a year, I have to do my annual MRI, and then my like check-in with my MS specialist comes after that. That's actually tomorrow. And I did my MRI, it was on June 30th, so right before we left for the trip. My last MRI was stable. There was no new lesions, like no activity, nothing notable. And then, so I was like really hoping for that this time because I haven't had any new symptoms and things have been going really, really well. I'm supposed to do blood work like quarterly. I kind of forget sometimes, so I do it like 2 to 3 times a year, if I remember. And I just did my blood work and it came back like really good too. So I keep looking for my MRI results and they hadn't been uploaded into my chart or whatever. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'll ask the doctor tomorrow if I can see those like results. And then I got an email that they were uploaded, so that was crazy. But I just checked and such good news. We have stable MRI results. There's no new lesions still. That's like 2 years in a row, possibly more than that now that I'm thinking about it. I think it's been a while that I haven't had anything on my MRIs, which is just like huge, especially because like 7 years ago, I was just in such a different place. And like for a couple years, it was new lesions on my scans like all the time and new activity like all the time and new symptoms all the time. And like it was really a lot, honestly. And just to be in this place now where I feel like I understand myself a lot more. I feel a lot better in so many ways. And I feel like you can like see, if you've been here for a while and you've watched my other videos, like you can see, even if you just scroll through my other videos, you can see the change in me and like my habits and my lifestyle and my relationship like with myself. And I think that's made a huge difference. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and be irresponsible and say that I've like cured my MS because of my lifestyle factors. Like, I'm not gonna say that at all. But I will say that I do think that there is a correlation. Like, when I was diagnosed, I was in probably one of the most high stress periods of my life. And it was years and years of compounding stress. Like, honestly, my entire life, it was just like thing after thing after thing, stress, disordered eating, like just everything for years and years and years. And I feel like it all came to a head and I had my first symptom and got diagnosed like immediately, which is so crazy because I didn't have any telltale symptoms really like leading up to my diagnosis. So crazy. And so basically that was a huge turning point that really like opened my eyes. And ever since I got diagnosed like 7 years ago, I've been like slowly but surely trying to heal all of these things in my life that were causing so much like duress and distress to my system. And I do think it's made a huge difference because I had gone a few years on this same medication and things were still kind of happening because I hadn't fully worked out a lot of those like lifestyle factors. And now I feel like I'm even further along. Like, I'm basically like paired with my medication and my new lifestyle changes over the past few years, I've seen the greatest difference. Like, when I was just on medication, yes, it was helping, but I still noticed a lot of things happening. Like, symptoms were still happening, like old flare-ups or old symptoms would kind of flare up sometimes. And I did not feel nearly as good as I feel now. I had way less energy, way more anxiety. Mood swings were crazy. I just didn't feel good. I didn't feel capable of doing anything. Like, it was really a lot. And now the past few years of like doing all this work on myself, for me to say that I have like another scan that's stable, it makes me like so excited to check in with my doctor tomorrow and just see, like, he's probably just gonna say, well, keep doing what you're doing. And then I'm gonna say, sounds good. And like, that's it. And like, I'm just like so grateful. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to share like that good news because it's really exciting, really big moment in my life for me. I just feel like 30 is going so well. Like, I get like emotional about it. It's been like only a week and a few days and I've just honestly been having the best time. Like, honestly the best time. And this really just like added as like a little cherry on top. Like, you're good. You are good.
You know, that sound worth like 2 million because you need to tell me who you are because you are stepping into a new reality.
We got the biggest HelloFresh order I have maybe ever gotten. Look at this. That's insane. Like, huge. I just went down and picked up the package. It was kind of, I'm just having a crazy, like, incredible timing day because right before I left, I got another notification that my Sephora package was here too. So I picked up both of these. Like, these were so heavy. Okay, so we got Sephora. Let's do HelloFresh. I have not done meal kits in a while, like definitely a few weeks. Sometimes I just get like burnt out with the recipes, but then sometimes I get burnt out of not having something that's just like figured out for me. I don't get like HelloFresh all the time. Like, I go through all of them. Like, sometimes we get factory meals if we want like easy lunches. I usually do factory meal for lunches, and then we'll do like Chef's Plate or HelloFresh depending on like which meals looked good. This week, so many meals on HelloFresh looked good, which is why we ended up getting so many. But this is pretty good because I'm gonna use a couple of these meals like as lunches this week too for me and Chris. I just love like meal kits and like HelloFresh and stuff because it's so brainless. Like I just scroll once a week, decide if I like anything or not, and then skip it if I don't want anything that week. This week I clearly wanted some things. And it's just so nice because like I just have to go, okay, what are we feeling today? And then everything's like portioned out and you don't have to like think too much about like how to make the meal that you're gonna make. And like, don't get me wrong, I like doing a mix of both, like cooking my own meals and then cooking these. Ooh, that's exciting. A little promo for BioSteel electrolytes, which I've actually been really liking lately. So now I can get some free BioSteel. I will definitely be looking into that. Asian tahini noodle bowl with steak. That sounded kind of good. Grilled meatloaf burgers with sweet potatoes. I don't have a grill. I do have a grill pan, so I can at least maybe like get some grill marks, or I'll just like make them in the oven, whatever. Thai basil beef. Thai basil is like one of my favorite things ever. So if I see a recipe, I'm gonna get it. Grilled chicken and elote salad with sweet potatoes and lime aioli. Lots of sweet potatoes this week. I was just kind of craving them last week, I guess. I don't eat them that often, but sounded good. I was also just really craving this Smart Chicken Crunch salad with feta, apples, and crispy shallot crumbs. It just looks so, just like fresh. And in the summer, I feel like my appetite really goes away. And I just want like fresh, cold, light. Every time I start eating in the summer, even if I had a big appetite, I will take 3 bites and then I'm full. I think it's just like the heat and I don't know. So this sounded really good. I think I'll do this for a lunch on Thursday when Chris is working from home because it's only 25 minutes and I can easily just like sear up some chicken while I make the salad. Oh, and then this tomato and olive topped tilapia, really good with like this tomatoey olive sauce. I don't make fish a lot. And again, I just was feeling very experimental this week. I was like, we need to try new things. We need more options in our rotation. So I thought this was a great way to like experiment. Yeah, so I got like 6 meals. And then next we got Sephora. This one took surprisingly a long time to come. I think it's been like over a week since I ordered all of these things, but the worst part is that I placed this order and then a few days later I went to a Sephora store and got those eye patches that I was wearing this morning. But I needed this stuff and didn't know when I was gonna be able to go to a Sephora store, and it was already on the way, so I couldn't really do anything about that. I got this as my birthday gift. So it's the Dr. Dennis Gross like skincare kit that looks like there's a universal daily peel, a fill-in repair serum, a blur and repair cream. Oh yeah, happy birthday. Thanks. Dog is tearing up some cardboard over here. Man. Kelly, did I say you could have that? Kelly, did I say you could have that? What is that? What is that? My dog is like a paid actor. I also got my favorite face masks. Got 3 of them. I usually do 1 a week, maybe, but I just love like the jelly texture of these. They're so good. I love them so much. I also got this as a sample. I'm curious with the Armani Luminous Silk foundation. So it'll be interesting to try. I'm not very good at like foundation. I don't really know, like I have a lot of like texture on my face that I'm trying to work on, so I feel like I don't put it on very well, so I think this will be good practice. And I got a little sample like soy cleanser, which is great for travel. And then this is why I placed the order in the first place. I got a mini of this setting spray and became obsessed with it. It's almost done, so I repurchased and got the bigger size. This stuff is so good, like so good. My makeup stayed forever, and I feel like it really helped like melt things together so that I wasn't like, because like I constantly have issues where like you can see the texture on my face, or you can see like the products like splitting up and like breaking and stuff, and this stuff like really helps like melt it together and it stays on. It's so good. But yeah, an exciting little haul. I'm gonna try to figure out where to put this in my fridge, and then I need to get on my computer and do stuff. So let me tackle this. A moment for the plants in my apartment. I'm very excited about them. So I went to the flower market this past weekend, and these flowers just like really stood out to me. They were 2 different bunches. The one bunch had all of these flowers in them and the cornflowers, and then I bought a separate bunch of cornflowers so I could have more of them because I'm obsessed with this cornflower blue color. But they're so pretty. This dahlia is what really did it for me. But I just love the color combinations. I love how it feels very like wild and whimsical. They're so cute. I'm so excited about them. Then over here with my birthday cards, I got some snapdragons. They are so stunning. They are pink and orange, which I've never seen before, and I just had to have those. And then I also just made a couple little vases with more of the cornflowers. Like, again, I'm loving this blue so much. And then I did one of these little vases in the bathroom too, which is such a nice, like, fresh touch. And then one more thing. This is my new plant, Persephone. My mom got me a money tree as part of my 30th birthday present, which is so nice. I've been calling this the summer of success, and I'm just hoping to call in all kinds of success, and I hadn't told anybody this, and then my mom gave me a money tree. So that feels like a sign, which we love. I'll call her like Percy, Purse, Penny, Persepenny. I think it'll be funny because I'll be like, we'll be going out for dinner and I'll be like, this one's on Persephone. Can we afford that purse? Persephone says we can. Feels like a loophole and just another method of girl math, which we love. Today's going pretty well. Like, it's 1 o'clock. I feel like I've accomplished like quite a bit. I did decide that I don't feel like doing a second load of laundry, which I definitely could do. Like, I could definitely do some of the whites or the light colors. But I feel like I've done enough today. I can always start a load of laundry tomorrow. I do want to like clean the kitchen tomorrow, like actually wipe it down and stuff. So we could just merge that to tomorrow. I'm feeling like, I would say, a bit better, less bloated, which is really, really nice. I think the real test is gonna be tonight because I'm like usually pretty good all day where I feel pretty good. I feel like I eat pretty intuitively. I feel like I eat pretty balanced, but then I get to the end of the day and like you're watching TV and it just, a snack sounds so good. And then I was really good like before our trip about like portioning out my snacks. But then after a while, like especially like with my history of like disordered eating and things like that, I can start to feel a little bit like restricted, and my mind kind of does like a spiral. It's not like a normal like, oh, you just don't have like willpower kind of thing. It's like I start to resent the whole process and I start to just like spiral because I'm like, no, I just want to eat the M&Ms out of the bag. I want to be able to like trust myself to eat just enough and not be worried about any kind of like negative effect, and it's just like really frustrating. And that happens like probably like at least like once a week, and I was definitely experiencing that, like especially after we came back from the trip. I just kept being like, oh, I just ate freely in New York City where I didn't track any calories, and I felt really good, and I felt like I ate very intuitively. And I actually came home from that trip and decided to like backtrack all my calories because I was very curious, like, okay, so what actually happens if I spend like 5 days fully like intuitively eating and on vacation, and I ate the same amount of calories as usual. How crazy is that? Like, that just goes to show like all of the work that I've put in to this process. I was eating like pizza, big sandwiches, going out to brunch, Italian food, cupcakes, like all the things for my birthday, all the desserts for my birthday, and once I added it all up, I ate basically the exact same as if I was at home. So that's so crazy to think about. So then it makes me start to think like, oh, well, do I even need to track calories? Like, do I just like try to eat intuitively? But I think I'm at a point right now where I do still want to track because I think it's been helping me. It's been helping me like on the days that I feel like I'm still really hungry and my brain tries to tell me I shouldn't have more. I can see like, oh yeah, of course you're hungry. You still have like 500 calories left. But then what happens after that is like, I see 500 calories as a free-for-all, and then I just start eating junk food, and then I don't feel good, and then it starts like the mental health spiral about it. So like I'm in that kind of place right now where like the tracking's going really well. I've tracked consistently for like 8 or 9 weeks with no issues, really no issues compared to the past where I would last like 5 days and then have a spiral. And it's been feeling good. It's just like this feeling of feeling a little bit trapped in it, and I'm like, am I really gonna have to do this like every day for like a year to lose the amount of weight that I want to lose? And then what happens when I'm done losing weight? Like, do I have to keep tracking? And I don't want to commit to a life of tracking. So I think this next phase of my life is going to be me figuring out like, can I do like 6 days of tracking and then one day where I like fully just trust myself and like don't worry about what the numbers are, just like use the numbers as a guideline during the week to help me have a little bit more like clarity on how I'm actually eating, and then like take a day off on the weekend when you're having little bites of all these things and you don't want to be tracking like 1 bite of pizza and 1 bite of somebody's appetizer and 1 piece of candy. Like, you know what I mean? Like when it's the weekends and you have like, you share an ice cream or like just little things like that, and then you have to like track these tiny little portions of things. And yes, I know they add up, but it's just like the kind of life that I want to live isn't a kind of life where I track every single morsel of food. Like my whole plan is like, I want to lose some of this weight by doing some of the temporary behaviors that I know you have to do to be able to lose weight. But like I also at the same time want to be able to build a good relationship with food and my body and self-trust and like understand my hunger signals and my appetite and like all of these things. So I'm trying to do both simultaneously, which is really challenging. So I'm trying to sneak in both in different ways. So I think like this next phase, now that the engagement photos are done, I think I'm gonna pivot and try to do like 1 non-tracking day just for like peace of mind. And I'm not saying cheat day, like I'm not saying like go nuts and eat everything cheat day. I don't have that urge or desire to do that because again, it doesn't make me feel physically good. But just a day where like I can live life and trust that all the work that I've done to listen to my body and to understand my needs will carry me through that day without me needing to know what the numbers are, if that makes sense. Which that's really challenging for me because I've been using like a weekly average for my calories to track my weight loss. And if I don't track for a day, it's going to kind of ruin my ability to see what my weekly average was because I won't actually know. So I'm gonna have to kind of let go of that like requirement for certainty because it's just not my path. It's just like not who I am, not who I want to be, not what I want to do. So I'm like finding a balance between the two of like, how do I live naturally, listen to myself, trust myself and my needs, but then also do like the mechanical things that are required. Like we all know a calorie deficit is required, but it's like a matter of how you get that calorie deficit. Like, do I have to track every day? Probably not, because I know that my habits are happening whether I'm tracking or not. So it's more about, can I trust myself to know that I'm still on track without like the numbers telling me. So that's like my next phase. So we will see how that goes, but I'm just letting you know that's like my plan for this week. I'm tracking today, but I will probably take a break on like Saturday or Sunday, depending on which day like makes the most sense for me. But lunchtime, I just have a turkey sandwich. It's on the same bread as this morning. A runaway leaf apparently. I actually used some Renee's Caesar dressing as like the sauce. I did 1 tablespoon of that. And then I've got 100 grams of deli turkey. I have some I have some lettuce, some alfalfa sprouts. That looks really good. And then I'm gonna have it with some watermelon. I will very likely want more food after this, or I will want some sort of afternoon snack before we take her out and like make dinner and stuff. This is just like all I was in the mood to make right now. I was like really hungry, so I was like, what's the fastest thing I can like throw on a plate and feed to myself? And then once I'm a little bit less ravenous, I can decide like, do I want something else? Like maybe even like a half a protein bar or something, because this meal is like 26 grams of protein and I would like to bump it over 30 ideally. So that's a really good idea. I might do something like that after, or cheese. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But for now, we're doing this. A very nice, like fresh feeling turkey sandwich. Proud of myself because I realized that I had like 500 calories left for the day, and I saw that I only had 105 grams of protein today, and I just knew that if I didn't have more protein, I was gonna really regret it for the rest of the night or tomorrow. So instead of having like 500 calories of like candy and chips and whatever, I had one of these like protein milks, and then I was like, this is only like 150 calories, but it's 30 grams of protein, so now I'm at 135 grams, which is basically like what I'm aiming for. I still have like a ton of calories left, but I'm not hungry. I don't have an appetite. I'm not gonna force myself to eat. If I do get hungry in a little bit, like I'll have something. But I did eat like quite a bit on Saturday, and quite a lot over my typical calorie range. And so it's not that I'm like restricting to like make up for that. Basically my plan right now is that I just carry on the next day like as normal. But I have been noticing that as I've gotten more in tune with myself, I have naturally been less hungry the next day, which that never used to happen before. I used to like overeat one day and then I could overeat the next day and the next day and the next day and it would be fine. But now that I'm like paying more attention and I don't like to feel overly full and gross, my body stops me a lot sooner if I just had a day where I ate a lot. So that's actually like a nice, like pleasant side effect of this whole journey. So the fact that I had this and felt like regulated enough, even though I still had like 500 calories left, usually I'd be so hungry and ravenous and like irritable and would want candy and whatever. But I was like feeling pretty calm and I was like, I'll just have protein and this tastes like a treat. It literally tastes like melted ice cream. It's kind of crazy. And I'm really full and don't really need anything else. So I guess like I love like how that's working out. Yeah, so I just did my appointment with my MS specialist and it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was like, okay, cool. Keep doing what you're doing. See you in a year, which we love. That like literally, he was like 15 minutes late to the appointment, and the whole appointment was 7 minutes. So I'm so grateful that they gave me a virtual appointment today. I know they don't usually do that, but I did ask for it, especially because like I haven't had any new symptoms or problems, and it's like a little bit complicated to leave Callie. She doesn't love being on her own. And I just knew this was going to be such a quick appointment that like to get myself all the way over to the hospital, wait for the appointment to be 15 minutes late, be there for 7 minutes and then come home. Did not want to do that. So very, very grateful I got to do it virtually today. And then also even more grateful that he confirmed blood work looks good. MRI looks good. It looks as to be expected as somebody who's on Kesimpta. It's what they keep hearing from people around my age that are on Kesimpta, which is amazing news. So yeah, and then he was just saying like it looks good for like the future if you like continue on this way. So very, very exciting. I feel like now I can just like forget about it again for another year, except for the once a month that I have to pick the date for my medication delivery and then take the actual medication. So yeah, feeling really good.